There's no class in some person who goes sit like this, cross your legs like this, use this fork, don't do this, curtsy then, wear this kind of hat. Doesn't happen.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 royal rules Meghan Markle had to follow and broke.
Who has nails like these?
Everybody?
Well, tomorrow I would like to see clean fingers, and you will wear stockings.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable times the Duchess of Sussex didn't adhere to legalities, unwritten rules, and royal protocols. There are no royal rules against you leaving a comment, so let us know your thoughts below. Number 10. Going barefoot. In 2018, Meghan and Harry set off on their first international royal tour.
For an excited crowd outside the Sydney Opera House, the pregnant Duchess and her popular prince were too good to miss.
One stop on said tour was the famous Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. While there, the pair of them kept things much more casual.
On Bondi Beach, they kicked off their shoes to talk about mental health and couldn't have seemed more at home.
Now, you may be thinking that seems reasonable. After all, it feels good, while walking with sand in your shoes doesn't. However, when you're a royal, comfort doesn't always come first. A long-standing protocol disapproves of them going barefoot.
Any way you can make them more comfortable.
No.
But you're magic.
Women's shoes are as they are. Even magic has its limits.
This is something of a guideline that both Kate Middleton and Harry's mother, the late Princess Diana, have notably adhered to on beaches. Number 9. Wrong nail polish.
We have a deep connection to what we wear. Sometimes it's very personal, sometimes it's emotional.
If you happen to see clips or photos of Meghan Markle presenting at the 2018 British Fashion Awards, you probably noticed her beautiful black dress and her growing baby bump. You might not have noticed her manicure though. And if you did, you probably wouldn't have found her short painted nails to be noteworthy. But many royal watchers sure did.
And breaking unwritten royal rules again, with dark nail polish instead of the usual nude.
A royal rule reportedly stating that bold, dark coloured nail polish is unroyal. To that point, the Queen wore the same, almost colourless, ballet slippers polish from brand Essie for decades.
We're a little concerned that the Queen is going to call Savannah Guthrie.
I know. Sorry, Your Majesty.
Number 8. Autograph signing.
This was Meghan Markle's introduction to Wales, her first official visit.
So, imagine you just bought a notebook and have decided that your goal is to fill it with the signatures of the British royals. Well, unfortunately, that's unlikely to happen.
I keep trying to think of fabulous things to say, but all I can think is say hi to William and Harry for me.
It isn't because the royals don't want to sign your book, it's because they're forbidden from doing so. Basically, the non-autograph rule is in place to prevent people from having the royals' signatures, which they could then possibly forge. We know what you're thinking. Didn't we see Meghan Markle break that rule when she signed an autograph for a little girl back in 2018? The answer is kind of. According to People, Markle wrote, "Hi Caitlin," and didn't actually put a signature. So you be the judge.
And it would appear the royals' fans were impressed by them.
Number 7. Wearing pants.
The right pair of jeans makes you feel good. Really good.
It isn't a rule that's set in stone, but when we tell you that Queen Elizabeth II apparently liked pants on royal women far less than a dress or skirt, we aren't kidding around. In fact, if you look through photos of the Queen's public appearances, you'll notice only a handful or two feature her in pants. On the flip side, Meghan Markle was probably spotted in pants several times during her first year as a member of the royal enclave alone.
Only a year ago, they got engaged, and you'd think they'd still be finding their feet. This tour has shown them to be a confident and impressive royal partnership.
Again, this isn't a make it or break it rule. Kate Middleton and other royal ladies have done the pants thing as well. But it does seem as though Markle was called out for it a little.
But she's a little more free, that she's willing to experiment, she's willing to break the mold.
Number 6. Closing her own car door. Yes, there are some things the royals do that are very relatable and remind us that they are normal people just like us. And then there's this.
Meghan Markle is spotted shutting her own car door and people are freaking out.
While you, like us, probably have to open and close our own car doors, the royals have someone to do that for them, especially if they're on duty. And while there's nothing saying they can't do it themselves, it generally isn't done.
Ladies never get their own anything. They don't even get their own ideas.
Oh boy.
They just sit helplessly and wait for some young, strong man to come by and assist them.
In fact, it's such a 180 from what folks are used to seeing from the royals that when Markle closed her own car door, it was an actual story. Indeed, news outlets and Twitter went wild over it.
Other social media users describe the Duchess and her casual move as down-to-earth and humble, declaring she has no stuffy airs and they love her for it.
Number 5. No pantyhose.
All anyone has been talking about in this city, in this country.
Many watching Harry and Meghan's first public appearance together post-engagement wanted to hear about how they were feeling and maybe get a glimpse of the ring.
It's beautiful, and he designed it. It's incredible.
What they also got was an unexpected glimpse of Markle's legs. The issue wasn't that she was showing off too much of them, but that they weren't covered by stockings. You might be thinking, well, how many people commonly wear pantyhose these days? Well, most female members of the royal family do, on a regular basis. Simply put, it isn't a law or anything, but Markle was definitely bucking tradition with her bare legs.
I think what I've learned is there's certain things that you can do that just make you look a bit more polished.
Number 4. Crossing her legs.
As an actress, Meghan Markle is used to the red carpet, she's used to all these crowds. This, however, is something else.
When Meghan Markle became a member of the royal family, she probably didn't realise just how many different little things there are to consider. For instance, we're not sure she ever thought the way she sat would be making headlines.
Fans have slammed the former actress for flouting a royal rule and being disrespectful to the Queen in the way she was sitting.
When she went to the Queen's Young Leaders Award ceremony in 2018, many noticed she was sitting with her legs crossed. It is a position which is traditionally not approved for royal women, especially at formal events.
Princesses never cross their legs in public. Why don't you just tuck one ankle behind the other and place the hands gracefully on the knees?
Although, to be fair, most royal ladies have at one time or another been photographed sitting with legs fully crossed. Yes, the Queen too. Number 3. Christening outfit. When it came to her son's christening, Meghan Markle went against tradition in a few ways.
Can we have a little peek at him? Just can't quite see his face.
First off, she and Prince Harry kept it private, whereas normally there are moments that are opened up to the public, and photographers can come and take photos. Some pictures were subsequently released for us all to see though. It's in those where we see Markle's second so-called transgression of a Buckingham Palace tradition. She wore Dior. The thing is, it's generally assumed that a royal mum will don clothes from a British fashion designer for such an event. But at least Archie kept with tradition.
You can see that he's wearing the replica of the traditional royal christening gown that has been in the royal family since Queen Victoria.
Number 2. Expressing her views. No one is saying that members of the royal family don't have political views, but they aren't supposed to express them.
I have a voice.
Let me let you into a secret. No one wants to hear it.
According to the UK parliamentary website, although not prohibited by law, it is considered unconstitutional for the monarch to vote in an election. The royal website reportedly goes even further, stating that the monarch has to remain strictly neutral with respect to political matters.
Not having a voice is something all of us have to live with. We have all made sacrifices and suppressed who we are. Some portion of our natural selves is always lost.
That is a choice.
It is not a choice. It is a duty.
While these rules apply more strictly to the Queen or King, there is an understanding that they extrapolate to all members of the royal family. That's why it was a big deal when Markle did things like call herself a feminist and appear to support a pro-choice stance.
But feminism is about fairness, the basic and fundamental human right of being able to participate in the choices for your future and that of your community.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Announcing Archie's birth on Instagram.
I'm very excited to announce that Meghan and myself had a baby boy early this morning.
These days, it seems pretty commonplace for everyone from your cousin to Hollywood movie stars to reveal the birth of their child on social media. But as we all know, the royal family is anything but common.
It was amazing, absolutely incredible. And as I said, I'm so incredibly proud of my wife.
Generally, royal births have been announced via an easel outside the palace. That's the tradition, and to be fair, an easel announcement was eventually made. But Meghan and Harry also decided to use the modern-day easel that is Instagram. Their account sent out a simple "It's a boy" pic, accompanied by a relatively short caption to let the world know Archie had arrived.
So grateful to all the love and support for everybody out there, from everybody out there. It's been amazing.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.